Hello guys, and welcome to part 2 of our coverage of the Shrewsbury Food Festival. We got so many interviews to cram into a podcast. I had to split this up into 2 parts. So thank you for joining us again. Welcome back. And if this is the first time of listening to the Shrewsbury Biscuit, then welcome. I hope you enjoy what you're listening to. And if you're coming back, I love you. Thank you so much for your support. Right, so this weekend, absolutely fantastic. I had such an amazing time. Every single time we come to an event like this, it's just an amazing amount of experience. I got to explain to you listeners, right, that when I first started walking around with a microphone and asking people to speak to me, I'd be scared stiff. I remember doing the light switch. Well, the first year of the Biscuit, we did the light switch in town, and I wanted to get vox pops of people. I had a little Tascam microphone, and I was going around and getting interviews with people, and I would have to it would take me about 20 minutes to build up enough energy to go and speak to people. It was from there to now breezing around events, speaking to lots of amazing people. So this is growth for me, and I really do love what I do. So that's what you're about to hear. If you are on this episode, make sure you give it a share. Let your family and friends know that you want the world famous Shrewsbury Biscuit, and drop us a message or tag us if you have shared it. We really do appreciate the feedback. Anyway, I'm not going to drone on too much. Here's the episode, part 2 of the Shrewsbury Food Festival. Enjoy. Hello, so I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. We're at day 2 at the Food Festival. Would you like to introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Yeah, I'm Emma Glyn from the Shropshire Distillery based in Elmsmere, and we are a small batch craft distillery, husband and wife team.
Small batch distillery, but making a lot of noise today. The last of this weekend is your name's everywhere.
Yes.
Where's this come from?
So we started trading on the 1st of July 2018, and then obviously the past 2 years everything's been a bit quiet with how the world's been.
The C word.
And the Shrewsbury Food Festival, so we've used as our sort of big comeback. We're going through a slight rebrand as well. We sponsored the chef stage. We've got a gin school going on. We've got a shop and a bar, and working with lots of local companies. So yeah, you're seeing more of us out there, which is great.
It's fantastic because, again, it's just something about Shropshire that it just oozes like talent when it comes to businesses and startups and things like this. COVID was such a horrible thing, but at the same time, you can come back from it, can't you?
Definitely.
This festival, we spoke to so many people yesterday that were like, we were kind of dormant last year, but now we come back double.
That's it. We through COVID, we had the online shop, so that was very busy. Yeah. But we also moved premises as well. So our story started at home in the gin shed. We had a shed at the bottom of the garden in Elmsmere. So our business started at home. The gin shed at home, and then through COVID we've built a purpose-built building, which is the new distillery, which we moved into in August of last year, but it's now open as a gin school, distillery tours to the public on a Saturday, so people can come along, make their own gin, come and see where the magic happens, where we make our award-winning gins.
Well, this gin craze isn't a gin craze anymore, is it? It's not going away. It's just really like gin is just here now to stay, I think.
Definitely, and I think all these little craft distilleries that are coming up, it can only be good for the industry. The more people drinking craft gin, the better for us all. Yeah,
because you walk into any supermarket now and the gin section just goes forever.
Yeah, definitely.
And where can people buy your gin? Can they get it from supermarkets around here?
Yeah, so you can get it direct from us, but we're stocked in Shrewsbury in Wrekin Whiskies on Wildcott. We're stocked in Tanners, Battlefield 1403. So very much like-minded businesses, artisanal businesses, rather than the major supermarkets.
Yeah, and we mentioned Darren from Gindifferent, because I was going to grab you and... Oh, look!
And just as he walks over...
Was there a bat signal in the sky or something?
And on cue.
And I did this at Miles and Smiles as well, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. We're going to have to share a microphone. Okay. I just mentioned Darren from Gindifferent, and he just appeared around the corner. It was fantastic. So you guys are doing a collaboration, right?
We are indeed, yeah. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah?
Or gin-tastic.
Gin-tastic, there you go.
Not quite the pun, but you know.
What is this thing that you're doing then?
Go on, I'll let Darren explain.
Okay, so we are launching Shropshire's first premium gin club. So what that's going to be is a subscription service where we collaborate and come up with some fantastic ideas for some amazing gins. Limited release, small batch, one-off, never to be repeated. wonderful, fantastic concoctions
But
from
like
the
the
hive
Beer
mind.
52 thing that they did.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, but just exclusive to those that are
Exclusive to
subscribed.
those to subscribe. So it's going, like I said, they're never going to be reproduced. They're going to be made as a one-off, all numbered, all batched. So and we're limiting the numbers as well.
I'm sure people will lap that up.
Hopefully, yeah, and you won't be able to buy it in the shops on the shelves.
No.
It'll be exclusive.
Yeah, and as part of the club, you'll get some extra bonuses as well. So there'll be special offers that we'll be doing. There'll be special members events where you can come down and actually try some of the stuff as well, so you can get hold of it. The other unique thing we're doing as well is that we're going to be doing a cocktail lab. So instead of just getting a 70cl bottle, you actually get an extra 200ml bottle as well, so that you can listen to.
We know those jogging backpacks that you can have with
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for the kind of the bigger stuff that we're going to do. Shrewsbury 10k gin. But yeah, so there's all these kind of wonderful things that we can do with it. It's a collaboration of our hive minds. So Emma's fantastic distiller. She's also got amazing ideas. I'm a bit out there when it comes to the wonderful gins. So Gindifferent and the Shropshire Distillery.
Yeah, it just works, doesn't
perfect
it?
partnership.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. Who in their right mind goes, oh look, it's my competitor, let's work with them? I mean, that's not usually seen, is it? But like in Shropshire, it's kind of like accepted.
I think collaboration is kind of the key word.
Yeah. And we're not competition. We don't see each other. Well, we certainly don't.
No.
We work together.
I'm a peddler.
Yeah.
If that's the correct word. I mean, people have called me
So
worse.
you make the gin, he sells it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm the dealer, as they so to speak.
Yeah.
But this is going to be something that's which it would have been back in the day. So, but that's for Emma's gin schools to tell those stories. But yeah, so there's magical things that happen when people come together and collaborate. You've seen that around here. Look, we're at the Shrewsbury Food Festival, for Christ's sake. It's the epitome of collaboration with people doing amazing things. So we've been wanting to do something for a while, and we finally had a bit of time. Lockdown gave us a bit of time
to talk through. Yeah, definitely.
And sort of step back and have a look at a few things, and we realised that there's a real opportunity here. No one else is doing it. And it also gives us to do something we're both incredibly passionate about, which is making a fantastic product to share with people and tell the stories behind it.
I love these stories that start in Shropshire. It's just amazing, especially for us at the Shrewsbury Biscuit. It gives us great content.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
But it's romantic, it's beautiful, and it inspires others as well.
Yeah.
I don't think you realise here. There's probably people going, I've always thought of making my own gin. They walk past here and they're probably like, and they go to one of your classes.
And they can come to the distillery and come and make it, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. When does this premier gin thing?
So we're taking sort of sign-ups now of people with expressions of interest, which if you're at the Shrewsbury Food Festival, I know we're not live, but you can sign up there. But we've also got a website which is shropshireginclub.co.uk, and that will basically have the sign-up page from. And then the idea is to get people signed up and for a year, so they know they're going to be part of this. It's a special thing, and then we're going to launch it sort of beginning of next year. So we get 6 gins throughout the year, the gin lab, lots of kind of amazing little bits and bobs that go with it, as well as the kind of external events and kind of little bonuses that we're going to throw in. And as I said, they're literally limited. So we're going to make it. We're never going to make it again. So it's going to be great. They'll all have a theme which will run through the year, so they'll all come together as a nice collection at the end. And if you want to keep it and not open it, then feel free. But obviously, that's why we're giving you that extra 200ml bottle, so you can try it and have that flavour. So you get the opportunity to embrace what we're doing, but also have something that you want to collect.
Amazing. I think you're amazing. I mean, I think you're amazing. I've just met you, and I think you're amazing too.
Thank you.
I would love to bring some microphones and do like a feature interview with you guys.
Yeah,
set up
perfect.
at your place where you make this stuff, so it can be at the heart of it all.
Yeah, come down, definitely.
Because I think what you guys are doing is fantastic, because you're starting something right here.
Yeah, Shropshire. Shropshire's where it needs to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, tell people where they can find Shropshire Distillery and where they can order. So
we're based in Elmsmere if you wanted to come down, but visit us at the website, theshropshiredistillery.co.uk. All the information's on there if you want to book, come to the tours, come to the gin school, Shropshire Gin Club information on there as well. So come and visit us, come and see us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. No, thank you.
And this sun's amazing, right? I'm gonna love today. I really am. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Cheers. Hello, so I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and we're going around today and interviewing lots of people to document the day. Can you introduce yourself for my listeners?
I'm Dennis Gwopkin from Gwopkin Cider in Abbeydoor, Herefordshire.
Nice. And do you do lots of events like this?
Yeah, we do lots of food festivals in this area and all around the country. We've been coming here right from the start.
Sorry, my headphones are. Sorry, I'm disturbing the queue. So when does this all start for you, Gwopkin's cider?
We've been going for about 30 years now.
Wow.
Coming up next year, I think.
Sorry.
Yeah, we started off as a bit of a drinking hobby at got carried away and takes over your life, like, really.
Nice. And is this like a huge is this really important for you, the festivals thing, or?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, with this COVID, it's obviously been a nightmare for everybody, but people like ourselves, I mean, we make the product, we take it out, people come here, sample it, try it, enjoy it, and order it online and visit our little shop. And so yeah, this is where we need to be to make things happen, really.
I'm seeing that the fermenting jars at the back here, and your brands everywhere. What's important to you? Is it tradition, or just trying new things and keeping fresh?
Both, really. I mean, we're traditional cider makers. We try and make cider like it would have been made 100 years ago.
Nice.
But obviously you have to put a modern twist on it to people's tastes change. So our motto is really make it real, and that's all you need to say, really. I mean, whether it's modern, old, or whatever, as long as it's real, you know.
Fantastic. And I was just talking to someone from the BBC actually about how this is a calling card. You know, being at a festival is a calling card, because people walk past, they see your brand, and they're like, oh, I know that guy, I was from last year. You know, it's really important, isn't it? And COVID, like you just said, was a terrible ordeal, and you weren't able to come out and do this. So losing that last year, it kind of make you realise what you had.
I think whether it's food festivals or most things in life, I think you don't realise what you've got till they're gone for you.
Of course, yeah.
And I think the simpler things in life are the most important. And come in and meet. The joy of these festivals is you talk to people, you meet people, and they actually get to taste your product. When they buy or not today, they will come back another day. I mean, it's always a very successful festival, but it's a stepping stone for people to enjoy. Well, whether it's cider, food, pies, it's all nice, good quality, small companies.
The atmosphere is just stunning today, absolutely stunning. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for chatting to me. How can people find you on social media, online?
Well, obviously we do a lot of shows. You can check us Watkin Cider on our website, on Facebook. We do nearly 100 shows a year on a normal year. We do lots of little events down at the cider farm, and you can buy it all online. So just follow us and see where we go.
Thank you for talking to me today. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. Hi. So, you know me, I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Do you want to introduce yourself to our audience?
My name's Kay Gunner, and I have Lavender, Hampers and Gifts in Butcher Row in Shrewsbury.
Now, you'll have to beg my pardon, because I think it was about 2 years ago, we got in touch. Yes. And we were meant to do a podcast, and it just never happened. It happens more times than you realise, to be honest. So many people, we speak to so many people, and so many things happen, you know.
Absolutely.
And I feel so guilty that we haven't, because that was like 2 years ago, and things have moved very quickly for you, right, since then?
They have. We had the online site, which proved very popular, and I wanted to develop that more. So we were looking for a long time for a shop. And we actually had the keys October the 29th last year and opened the shop.
Where's the shop based?
It's number 1 Butcher Row in Shrewsbury.
Butcher Row, one of the most famous streets in Shrewsbury as well.
Absolutely, yeah, it's lovely.
Great location. I bet you were over the moon, weren't you, to get that?
Yeah, really, really lucky.
So to go from, oh my God, this is finally happening, we've got the keys, Butcher Row, it's amazing, and then... Lockdown.
Yeah, we were open a day, and we locked down the whole of November. Opened December the 2nd for 2 weeks, and then locked down again till April the 12th. So it hit us hard, obviously starting out fresh. But we're proving to be very successul and popular. And my idea really is to bring all the lavender from the whole of the UK under one roof. Because I'm quite passionate about it. Not only the lavender itself, but it has a lot of medical and benefits.
Yes, of course,
purposes.
Yeah.
And it helps me with my disability as well.
Yeah. So, how does it help? What does it help you with?
I use the muscle rub most days.
Nice.
Which helps me ease my pain.
Take some of that home with me today. My legs are killing me after all this walking.
That's brilliant. I can get you some. No problem. Lavender is very good to help make you sleep as well.
Yes, I know. I was just talking about it. I use the lavender spray sometimes.
Yeah.
Before I go to a festival, my mind was like 90 miles an hour. Did you charge the batteries? Yes, I charged the batteries. Did you pack this? Yes, I packed that. Who am I going to speak to? What do we need? You know. And so last night I didn't sleep till about 2 o'clock. Woke up at 6.
Yeah.
You know, but that lavender spray is the thing that got me off. You know, it's very popular though, isn't it? That sort of stuff.
It's very popular. So popular now that the more I look into it, and the more I'm trying to source local produce as well that we can actually sell in the shop. A few artists have painted some things, put in the shop as well on the walls.
Oh, cool.
So I'm trying to, encourage people to...
You're helping others.
Helping others, yeah, definitely.
That's definitely a Shrewsbury trait.
Yeah.
Definitely a Shrewsbury trait, because I'm always talking about how people work together and communicate and stuff.
Yeah.
So well done. You don't even need prompting sometimes with when it comes to Shrewsbury folk. They're just like, okay, so there's a guy selling the same thing as I am. I'm not going to be in competition with him. Let's go for a pint. Let's talk about things. That's kind of like how things are. We kind of communicate.
Definitely. I think we're all in it together and we all work together, and it's just great. And I know a lot of people in town, and I've got another business as well, which we won't go into now, but it actually all connects.
Yeah, after the mishap from last time, we definitely need to get you on a feature podcast. So I'd love to bring some microphones to your premises.
Absolutely,
and we'll set up and we can talk about where this all properly began for you, and where it's going and where you want it to go.
13 years ago it all started.
13 years ago.
2009, yeah.
And you're saying that it's a family-run business now,
right?
It's
a family-run business. My daughter has a salon upstairs above the shop. She does manicures, pedicures, gel nails, massages, and it's lovely. It's just very relaxing, and of course then she uses all my products as well that she can for her massages.
Oh wow, amazing.
And she's called Frebella Gels, which is Frankie and Arabella.
Oh wow, cool.
So the shop is actually for my grandchildren one day, hopefully.
Oh, that's lovely. I really like that. I remember there was a place in Wrexham a few years ago, I think it's called Lavender House, and I had a massage there. Somebody bought me for my birthday, and one of the worst things for me is to take my clothes off in front of strangers. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm that kind of guy, listeners. You know what I mean? So to go and have a massage was just like but it was actually amazing, and I'll never forget it because I love lavender. It's just so relaxing.
It is.
It's
very calming, very relaxing. We have homemade candles. We've got tea bags, a load of cutlery section. I've written a cookbook, put that together.
A cookbook,
A cookbook, yeah. Cooking with lavender goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, back to the Roman times, and it's still used very much so, and more popular now in cooking. So you've got lavender chocolate, which is ideal over ice cream, melted, beautiful. You've got your essences and your grains that you can make cakes with.
Wow.
Then you've got your lavender and blueberry cocktail mocktail mix, which is fantastic in gin.
Amazing.
Yeah, so you can up it with your lavender gin or lavender prosecco, or even your wine. Just serving your wine, just put a few drops of that in, and it's lovely.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love chatting to you. I feel like we could talk for forever.
Forever
and ever and ever. And being here at Shrewsbury Food Festival, what does it mean to you to be here?
Oh God, this event. It's bigger and better than 2 years ago, and it's just so nice to see all the locals about.
It's insane how busy it is, right? I love it.
It's fantastic. We've had such a busy day. A lot of people as well didn't know I existed in Butcher Row, because obviously we're new, and due to COVID people aren't coming in the town just yet, and I think this event today has just helped us with business, but it's just so nice to see everybody come together.
Yeah.
Because we're all in it together at the end of the day.
And to explain to the listeners, when we say there's lots of people here, where I'm standing right now, there are stalls, food stalls that run for meters and meters and meters. There's so much, you'll see on the vlog. And there's people queuing up at all these vendors and all these local, some not local, but mostly local food producers and traders. This is helping people. So well done to the guys at Shropshire Festivals for putting this on. The atmosphere is fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best today.
All right,
this is a special day for you, for everybody that's involved with this. And I'll drop you a message or something. I'll give you my number, and we'll organise something in the next couple of weeks. I'll come around and we'll do a proper podcast.
Okay, that'd be absolutely awesome. Yeah. Brilliant.
Thank you for chatting to me. Tell people where they can find you on social media and stuff.
www.lavenderhampers.co.uk is our website. You can see us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Yeah, we're all everywhere.
Make sure you look for these guys and make sure you support local traders. Thank you very much for chatting to me.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Bye. Hello, I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I've seen you guys up at the tent there with... explain who you guys are to our listeners.
Well, we're from the Caldecott Arts Festival, and we're a local arts festival. and we're launching next March the 19th in Whitchurch.
Wow.
And the festival's come about to celebrate the life of Randolph Caldecott, who was a kind of really, really famous Victorian illustrator in his day. And but he's not so well remembered now. He's very well remembered in America, but less so here in England, weirdly.
Oh, okay.
So it's got a kind of Victorian vibe, and it's about remembering Caldecott, but it's also very much about local artists and getting people involved in arts now. And I'm standing here with a she-bear, because Caldecott famously painted Whitchurch High Street with a bear dressed up in a woman's clothing, and that's the kind of most famous image of his from that time. So there'll be loads and loads of free stuff to get involved with. It's a great family festival.
Amazing. I'm being told we got to shut off the mics. Apparently something's about to happen behind us here. So thank you for chatting to me. What we'll do is we'll arrange a podcast. We'll get you on the show.
Great, that'd be fantastic.
Nice to chat to you. Have a great day. Hello, so I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and we're joined by Jean-Christophe today, who is a celebrity chef at the food festival. Thank you for chatting to me today. How are you at the moment? Are you all right?
Well, so far so good. I just managed to arrive to get myself ready for probably one of the very best
best
food festival.
Yeah.
Well, so far it's looking superbly good, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. You know, the Shrewsbury is fantastic, I'm going to say.
Of course, yeah.
While I was driving last night around to find my way, you can see there is a lot of characters, you know. And also, I just managed to do a round of this huge festival. And clearly, there's a lot to offer. It's great for families, which is fantastic. There's a lot of artisanal exhibitors with different things, which is great. And today I am, I don't know what time it is now. Do you have the time?
It is 22 minutes past 12.
Well, I've got a bit of time.
Oh, fantastic.
About 2 o'clock I have a demonstration in one of the marquee, which is quite big, which is superb. I like the more.
Is it the cook along or is it just a talk?
For the moment it's just a cooking demonstration.
Yes.
And then I will be joining into the cook along.
Wow, amazing.
And then after that there is like a Q&A, and hopefully we should be working on to raise some money for South Africa. There is a South African charity, which I'm hoping to contribute, of course.
Fantastic.
And, yeah, I mean it's great. You can see the spirit is very calm.
It's good to be out and about, isn't it? I mean, like it's nice and breezy in area, and you can see that everybody's all spaced out. I mean, how was lockdown for you as far as like coming out and doing work like this? Obviously, it must have stopped, right?
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard for all of us, and especially in the hospitality industry.
Yes.
You know, but I think what this country has done very well, who has the spirit of doing very well, as always, is to know how to adapt in any situations, and you should not be surprised that the whole United Kingdom is moving on again. And
brilliant. You know, I mean, we saw so many budding chefs and bakers come out of lockdown, you know, because they're at home, they were making things, they were in the kitchen experimenting, and we spoke to loads of startup businesses that started during the pandemic, and there's probably there's a lot of them here today, you know. Do you have a message for someone that's done that recently and come out of these difficult times to now be flourishing with their business and their creativity?
Yeah, just keep on doing it, you know.
Yeah.
Try to be flexible, because there is always, I believe, there is always something bad about something. So it's something good about something bad.
Yes.
People have discovered themselves during the lockdown. You know, even me, by the way. You know, I have, you know, for example, I've decided I'm going to do my own bookkeeping now.
Yeah.
Some people decide to learn to make bread. I'm doing things. I'm now learning to use a drill.
Wow.
I mean, I've learned how to use a drill, which I've never touched in my whole life. Therefore, yeah, keep doing more, and hopefully let's hope we don't have to wait for another lockdown to do, you know, to expand ourselves.
No, of course, yeah, amazing. I think it's amazing when you can look at how good things can prevail from bad things, like you just said. Do you make a habit? Do you do a lot of these festivals? Do you do a lot of demonstrations around the country?
A lot.
Yes?
Very lot.
And I guess you missed that during lockdown. It's good to be out and about, right? Yeah.
I love it because it's my nature to mix.
Yes.
When I was back in my past, a young kid, when when I was back at school already, I was very popular. Popular in terms of I mixed with everyone.
Yes.
It was a bit of segregations between some of the kids, but I got on with them, and this is something I always had. Therefore, on top of that, I'm showing, or I am invited to allow myself to express and to show, my cooking, my knowledge, my passions. For me, it's fantastic.
Because I guess behind a normal in the kitchen, it's lots of swearing, shouting, lots of.
Not necessary. But what I'm saying is, you see the eyes contact. You see people who are following you up. Yeah. Where when you are in a restaurant, you can't always necessarily understand what the customer's
slow down
feelings. Therefore, I love it, and also I love the fact that still as a Frenchman, I know I've been here for 39 years. I can travel around the whole UK, Ireland,
Yes.
I just came back from Belfast just now.
Amazing.
And seeing all the produce, because I'm only interested of the food and nature.
And that's what the guys
This is the main important part.
Shropshire Festival's been good at, though, hasn't it? You're bringing all local producers and food places that that can really flourish in a festival like this.
Absolutely. The better the food is, and the easier my life is in terms not cutting corners, but the more I can express myself and give satisfactions. Because don't forget, we are here to please.
Yes.
That's what we do. We are, chefs, front of house. We're there to make people happy, and this is what the society wants, and no more than that.
Amazing. I'm sure you're going to make so many people happy today with your demonstrations. Thank you so much
thank you.
For talking to me, and I hope you have an amazing day.
Good luck. Can I ask you before I go, why Shrewsbury Biscuit Radio?
Because I'm from out of town, and I had no idea that there was a Shrewsbury Biscuit. There is a Shrewsbury Biscuit. And so it made sense that because I didn't know there was a Shrewsbury Biscuit, and I didn't know anything about Shrewsbury, I'm learning about the town because I moved here. It kind of made sense.
Where are you from?
I'm from all around, so I lived in Telford and Wales and all kinds of places, but I moved here, settled here. It's the most amazing town to settle here. So I wanted to do something to honour the town. I didn't know anything about it.
Well
I didn't know anything
you.
about the Shrewsbury Biscuit.
Excellent. And your wife over there, is that your son?
Yes, this is Carolina, and this is Timmy.
Timmy too. Hello, Carolina. How are you? Excellent. Well done.
Thank you for chatting to me.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye. So I was wandering around, and I definitely found a guy who can tell us a story or two. Mr. Graham from the prison. Very nice to see the van here today.
It is, Alex. Yeah, we like to come around and let people know what we do up at the prison there with our tours and all the escape days and the prison escape cells and all those things. So it's just a way of getting people to notice us and hopefully come and engage with us and have a bit of fun with us.
I'm used to seeing this in the in the prison. I'm supposed to be there today doing prison break, but I'm at the food festival, guys. I can't at the same time. How's it going today? Are you enjoying speaking to people?
Yeah, it started to fill up now. When we first came in this morning, it was a couple of hours. It was really quiet. We were starting to worry that perhaps people won't be coming through the door, but it's certainly got a lot more, and that's the way we wanted, of course.
Well, I wanted the money shot of the gates opening and people rushing in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we kind of hung around the gates when it opened.
It's not Disney World, mate. It doesn't look like that.
And there were a few people, but I think what it is this site is so big.
Yeah.
Like we've walked miles already. Like we've been over that far side and we've done a couple of laps.
Well, I wasn't sure whether last time we came to this, they didn't have much going on the other side of the pathway.
Oh, there's so much going on.
And it's all there, so it's spread people out a lot more than it was before.
Yeah.
So you start to wonder perhaps that it's not. I like to see things close together.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're having a bit of food, they're walking past. They're having a bit of food, they're walking past someone else.
Yeah.
So everybody's mixed up together. But I can appreciate with COVID, they might have said we need to spread people out a lot more.
Absolutely.
So it may be that, and I can understand.
Well, we were going to have a studio. We were going to bring a marquee and do a studio, but it was just us today. We couldn't have just left the equipment behind and gone for a wander around. Do you know what I mean? So this is better. Just stuff in the back rucksack and do some miles.
A lot more flexibility to what you're doing now, mate.
How have things been at the prison since the release of COVID? Obviously, I worked out.
Oh, good. We've had our problems because through the COVID we had to close down, as you would, because our people in a confined space. Then we had a bit of luck because come October, when we were just about to close down, we were lucky enough to have the BBC come in because they filmed the very popular series Sean Bean and Stephen Graham in time.
Yeah.
So that was good for us. So it took up that time that we weren't there.
And is there for the listeners at home that don't know, the cell that Sean Bean used in that TV show is all set up still, isn't it?
Yeah, we left it dressed the way it was when he was there, so that's on the twos. But when people come in, either with a tour with me or self-guiding, they'll see all those places where it was all filmed, which 90% of it was, of course, you know. And that's always a novelty for some people.
How accurate did they get that on the TV show?
Well, oddly enough, Alex, I normally never watch anything to do with prisons. After 38 years, there's nothing I really want to see. However, my boss, quite right, he said, I'd like you to watch it, Graham. He said, because people will ask you questions about it. And they do, they go, like you, how much reality? And I go, do you know, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
When you see those bits of violence and you see those interactions, I said, it's accurate. Yes, they're telling a story, so it's a drama.
Yeah.
I said, I noticed a few anomalies that wouldn't exist, but they're only small things.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, but in the real world, I've seen much worse than that, because remember, it's for TV.
Yes,
so they're going to soften it up to a degree.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And I understand that as well. But no, as far as those things, I go, yeah, the characters were well played. And yeah, those people do exist in prisons, but then many others do. Yeah. And there are prisoners coming that are no problem. They just want to do their time, go home. There's the serious mental health issues, the serious drug addiction. All those things will be there, but it's a story and it was done.
It was weird to see though, because knowing the layout of the prison, it's weird to see them going in through reception and then down past the restaurant.
Yes.
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, because it looks better from a camera angle walking onto the big wing.
Yeah, big gate.
Not down past the offices and stuff like that. Yeah. No, it's good. And they change things around, because in the reception area, they'll take our furniture out and put theirs in, because they want to make it look unique to them. Yeah. And another film company will do something different again, because they don't want anybody to recognise it. Go out on the set,
isn't it?
You know, you said that was that prison, but it's the same as that prison on that show. So they do a bit of painting, which is good for us, because they paint all the walls for us.
Fresh paint.
And they leave bits of the set around as well, which is nice.
I noticed as well, because obviously I've been the actor in the Prison Break and stuff like that. I asked people in character, did you see the thing with Time Bean?
Yeah.
Sean Bean, sorry. Yeah. Time Bean. And they're like, yeah. So it's added, must have added.
It does. A lot of people come and they go, was Time filmed here? Not realising we've done many things in our time, as you know.
Holby,
we did, who was it? I forgot his name now. Lucky Man, that was a Sky production.
Yeah.
An Irish actor, forgot his name now. And we've also done Coronation Street.
Yes.
We've done Holby City.
Of course.
There have been a couple of bands come in, you know, you've got your different bands coming in, wanted those backdrop to their songs and music. So yeah, it gets...
Famous podcasters doing podcasts.
Absolutely, come in and do their bits and pieces. And, as far as using it as a set for prisons, it's easier to use the real thing than it is to start building one.
Exactly. There's a special place in my heart for Shrewsbury Prison. You know that, and
I spent many years there.
Well, I mean, it's just nice to have you there as someone who's seen it, who's lived it. Do you know what I mean? And so I think you are you're an unobtainable asset, because there's nobody else that can replace you.
No, I mean, there's another ex-officers that do it as well. But you're quite right. I enjoy doing it, because I believe that people should know the truth about prisons, because they're not what our perception tells us, and they're not always what TV tells us. And I say, because there are lots of good and bad things in jail. There are lots of sad things. There are lots of tragedies. There are lots of okay moments. You know, there are some prisoners that just always come back, and there are some that come once or twice and you never see them again. So I like to tell people, and I give them a few facts, and they go, I didn't realise that, I didn't know that. And I give them the history, of course, Victorian time, bring them up to date with the way that prisons operate today. So I give them and I go, you have a right to know. Why? Because it's your taxpayer that's paying for it. These are your prisons. They don't belong to me. They don't belong to the prison service. They belong to the people.
Yeah.
And you should be asking questions about what does go on in prisons. How are we managing them? Because sometimes those prisoners are stepping back out of those doors at some stage.
There's that new prison, the open prison thing they're opening soon, where prisoners can sign themselves up for work and stuff. They're building a brand new prison. What are you?
I wasn't aware of that, but I know they're building a prison down in Wellingborough. It's sitting on top of an old borstal that used to be there, and that's going to hold about 1,800 prisoners. So I'm not sure about that system. I don't know, up in Wrexham there's a prison that's been opened 3 years ago, whether they operate that or not. Now remember, the reality of that world is normally officers stand at a gate when prisoners go into work and just tick them off as they go out.
Yeah.
So they probably said, listen, we can remove that officer, and then people can just check themselves out and have to check themselves in.
Responsibility.
Yeah. And if they don't check into work, they're not going to get paid.
Yes.
So it's a bit like clocking on and clocking off. It's your responsibility. If you want to go to work and get paid, you'll need to deal with that. It's not our job to push you into that. And yeah, I think I can see how that might work. You take responsibility. Are they doing open prisons?
Yeah.
Prisoners have to manage their self in an open prison, of course. So the only slightly downside of that is they might say we can remove some officers from the job, and that then pulls your staffing levels down. And when you've got an emergency, you don't have enough staff to be able to react to those situations.
Yeah.
Because it is a prison, and after all, there are always times.
Well, things break out in bars outside of prison. Do you know what I mean? Like things happen.
Yeah, you're always going to have those things go on where you need plenty of staff around you. So I don't want the prison service to use it as an excuse and go, okay, then that's 6 staff out of your prison. We don't need you. Why? Because we don't need anybody there doing that.
Yeah.
That what worries me.
Yeah.
I said, if they go, we're going to use those staff and go, now you can have more interaction time with a prisoner. Now you can start dealing with issues at a face-to-face level in a much better way than you ever did before, because you're not doing one job and doing... But
it's such a pool of knowledge, really. Do you know what? Somebody was telling me about they'd been to the prison recently and they'd done a self-guided tour. They went around by themselves. I was like, oh, you've done that wrong, mate. You need to go on a guided tour because these guys know what they're talking about. And to the listeners at home, I'm not just saying this because occasionally the prison pays me to do
because you're sitting in the prison van cell and I won't let you out until you say nice things about me.
Let me out.
No.
The guided tours are very, very good because these guys know what they're talking about. They're all ex-guards.
Yeah.
And as you just heard from Graham, this was a good little bit of advertising for you, Graham. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the reality is you can self-guide round and there's great information now. We've updated it all with interpretation cells. But as a guided tour, we're adding that extra piece that you'll never get by looking at
I've done
things.
your tour. I've done your one at night time, I remember.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah, and like I said, people can ask me all the questions that they say, what about this? What about that? Because you won't find that necessarily on a piece of paper.
I'm always interrupting your tours as well, and I've been very rude.
When you're acting,
yeah,
I don't mind that because I give as good as I get, of course. You know.
Right, boss.
Yeah, right.
Out the way, Whiteley.
Know your place, lad. Know your place. Yeah.
Well, look, I hope you have a great day today.
Great, thank you. Thanks
there's
for
lots of people. If you're on the fence about whether you should go to Shrewsbury Prison and take part in the many amazing activities to go there, take my word for it. It's worth it.
Well, we're on the internet. We're under shrewsburyprison.com, so pick us up there.
Have a great day.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Alex. Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend.
Thanks for chatting to me.
See you, buddy.
Hello, how's it going? My name is Alex and I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm walking around trying to get a few reactions from some of the customers today, as well as speaking to some of the artists and some of the vendors. Would you like to introduce yourself for my listeners?
Yeah, my name's Henry Bray. I live here in Shrewsbury.
Oh, you're local then? So have you been to the food festival before?
I haven't actually, no. This is the first time we've visited, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And how are you finding it? You enjoying it?
Loving it, yeah. We're here with our little boy and he's having the time of his life. Lots of things for the little ones, so yeah, he's happy, so we're happy.
We did a preview interview with Beth Heath and the guys from Shropshire festivals that did this, and they were saying there is something for everybody. I've got my 6-year-old in tow today, and it's just really good, isn't it? How there's stuff for the kids, there's booze over there for the adults, music over here. So have you been enjoying that? Yeah,
it's a great setup, isn't it? Trying some of the food from the local vendors and things like that, so it's really nice, and as you say, nice atmosphere. Really nice to see lots of people out and about as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because obviously we've been locked away for 18 months now, everybody's back out. How are you feeling about being out and about around other people now?
Yeah, I think being that it's outdoors helps a lot, doesn't it? And makes people feel more comfortable. You can space yourselves as much as you like, really, so I think that really helps, and fortunately we've had the weather for it, so it's been fingers crossed it maintains it, and I have to say it feels relatively safe to me.
What I like about it is there's no signs up saying you need to be social distance, people, but if you look around, everyone is socially distanced anyway. Everyone's just doing it.
Yeah, I think people's mindsets have changed naturally over the last 18 months, 2 years, haven't they? So people are mindful and respectful of each other, which is how you'd want it to be, of course.
Have you sampled any of the food yet?
We have. We've had a bit of paella from one of the stalls, and
nice.
A nice pork bap as well. I had a little bit of. Yeah,
I was very sophisticated, and I went to for pizza from the the Wub Kitchen over
Nice,
there.
very nice.
I've always seen it, but I've always been working, doing interviews and stuff, so I've never been able to sample it. So today I was like, I'm going to today. So we sat down out on the field, had pizza and listened to music. It's great.
Brilliant.
Atmosphere.
What more can you ask for?
Thank you very much for talking to me today. I'll send you the link when this is out, but I really do appreciate chatting to you.
Not at all. Nice to speak to you.
Thank you. Cheers. Okay, so we've got to be very quick with this one because this is just before a cook-along with the great and powerful Mr. Liam Tinsley.
Fully booked cook-along as well.
Fully booked?
Yeah, it's... so I'm just taking an American dirty brunch, basically.
Yeah?
It's going to be toasted crumpets with avocado, smoked bacon, sausage meat seasoned with Mr. Wolf spice, and a fried egg on top, and covered in hot sauce and mustard.
I'd love to get set up a microphone in here, but I don't want to add the pressure for you. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's fine. It's I'll be loud enough anyway, and I'm sure we'll catch up in a bit anyway. It's all good.
And Jean-Christophe is walking around. Are you going to go and make some time to go and speak to him?
Yes, apparently he's going to come in on this class and do some stuff. So yeah.
So no pressure then?
No pressure at all, no. I'm just going to do a world-renowned chef and show him how to cut bacon. Yeah, no pressure at all on that one at all.
Well, what I'll do is, if you see me about after this class, and I want to find out how it went for you. So
yeah, no, definitely.
Good luck with this, man. This is your time to shine.
Okay, folks, if you are joining us for...
Eyes.
See, this is what I did. I transferred the old boring foam microphone covers for roadkill. I mean,
for roadkill. I am a vegetarian, you know. I'm not so. What was it?
These are weatherproof mic. So I found Amy from Madame Lama's Flowers. How are you? You good?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah. How are you?
You're having a little prosecco now after a busy day.
I am having. It's quite a large prosecco actually, but it's been a busy day. I deserve it.
I haven't had any alcohol yet. I've been so busy. Genuinely, we haven't stopped. It's been quite full on actually.
Yeah.
We were at the Folk Festival last week, and it wasn't. I mean, it was busy, but this has been like, because we know most people here. It's been intense, but I like that, you know.
Yeah, no, it has. Everywhere I go, there are people that I'm seeing from festivals past, and oh gosh, it's amazing.
Well, a community to be part of, right?
Yeah, really is. Yeah.
How is everything going with the business? Good.
The business is good. I mean, diversification, is that a word that I can say after prosecco? I don't think I can.
You ran at it. Yeah, you did it with confidence, and we'll let the audience do the judge.
I owned that new word that I seem to have. No, really well. The gifts and everything that's pink in here is just
looks fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, really proud of it. Yeah. It's just making people happy.
Smiley people.
Yeah,
that's what we like to see.
It's great.
The atmosphere is fantastic. Well, look, I wish you the best of luck today.
Thank you.
I just want to stop and say hello.
It's always lovely to see you.
And Kaz,
really
my wife, she's playing photographer today.
Is she here?
Yeah, she's here with Timmy.
Right.
He's doing workshop with Get Your Wiggle On up at the bandstand. So I was like, I'm going to do this thing while you do that thing. So
I think I've lost my son to the gliding stall that's behind us, because he did some gliding over the holidays, and now he feels like he's the king of the skies.
So you're walking around with aviators, like, yes, baby.
Yeah. True Tom Cruise. Yeah. Definitely.
Have a great day. Remind people, the listeners again, where they can find you on social media.
I will. They can find me at Madame Lama's Flower Bar on Instagram and on Facebook, and I have a website, of course.
Of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Have a great day.
Thanks,
and we'll catch you later.
You take care.
So hello, my name's Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and would you like to introduce yourself to our listeners?
I'm Rob Miletto. I volunteer with the Food Hub.
Yes.
And I'm here today trying to raise awareness on food waste, how to minimise food waste, what we do with the stuff that we collect from supermarkets, and I call it waste, but it's actually perfectly good food.
Yes. I've worked with the Food Hub. I've volunteered for a day. We made a vlog. Ali's been on the show before and stuff.
Excellent.
You know, it's they know who I am, and I know who you guys are. I just wanted to know, you know, you guys at a festival here today. Is this to raise awareness, or is it to use the festival for your advantage? You know, to give it some food and stuff.
A bit of both, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here to raise awareness about what we do and how we do it.
Of course, yeah.
But equally, the chances are some waste, as in unused food, will be generated by the festival itself.
Yeah.
So we've got the ability to collect that and put it to good use tomorrow.
Amazing. And were you here yesterday as well?
I wasn't, no, but I gather it was heaving yesterday.
Yes, it was a lot. I mean, it is busy today, but it seems to be a lot more spaced out. Sorry guys from the fire brigade. Yeah, you're right, absolutely. Seriously, it's fine. Have you spoken to many people today that had no idea what the food hub was, or didn't have no awareness of it? Have you educated a few people today?
A fair number.
Yes.
And there's been quite a lot of interest. You know, we're here by the entrance, so as people walk in, hopefully they'll see us. You know, we're giving away bits of free food that we've collected, so that's always a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And then we can engage them and say, you know, have you thought about what happens to the food that isn't sold by supermarkets?
Yeah.
Have you thought about what to do with the stale bread that you've got? You're thinking, oh, just bin this. There are better ways to deal with it.
Absolutely. I mean, I love the food hub. I love what you guys do there.
Thank you.
Do you volunteer to a normal food hub? Have you got a venue that you usually volunteer at?
We normally do collections pretty much every day from, it's about 30 supermarkets now, and then that goes to a central depot, and then that food is sorted into about 30 or 40 groups that we deliver to.
Yeah.
So I'm just one of, you know, a small cog in many cogs that make the whole thing run.
That's what I love about this.
The majority are volunteers.
Yeah. That's what I love about it. There's so many different areas in which people can help out with this thing. I mean, I went to, where was it I went to? Monkmore?
That church in the corner.
Oh, I know it, the Crowmore Church.
Crowmore Church,
yeah.
That's the Crowmore Centre. Yeah, that's where I went to.
Excellent.
And we spent the morning there, and the van came up, and everybody jumped and grabbed the food, and you know got it all off, and then
they're a really enthusiastic lot.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But like you know, I'm seeing the queues as we drive through town. There's the little chapel there by the English Bridge.
Yes.
That queue seems to get bigger. It's always constant,
yes.
Isn't it? You know,
I think there's
good.
a lot of word of mouth.
Yes.
That people have said, you know, this is really good food. I mean, you've got the likes of this. I don't know if I should name the supermarket, but Quality Bread here from a well-known supermarket.
Yes.
And that is, you know, because the supermarkets wants to keep their shelves full even at closing time.
Yeah.
There is a lot that doesn't get used.
Yes.
And there's no reason why this shouldn't go to a person in need.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that do appreciate it as well. And, you know, I think the best thing I understood about this is the stigma behind using food like this. Because you get people that are doing this to try and help the environment, you know. There's a double-edged sword there with, you know, how useful this can be. A, it helps out with people that struggle. And B, all that food doesn't go to waste.
It does. That second aspect is one that's often overlooked. It actually saves a huge amount of carbon going into the atmosphere by making sure this food is used rather than wasted.
Yeah.
But certainly helping people as well who have, you know, low incomes and, you know, can't make ends meet. And there is a stigma, and there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we're here for, to try and remove that stigma and to say to people, look, there are these sources. There's no eligibility criteria. You can just rock up, join the queue, fill your bag, take it home. Happy days.
And I met so many wonderful people on that day. Yeah, you've done it too.
There you go.
Yeah, because I was like, you know,
I don't think that there's people more in need than you.
Yeah.
If you've got cupboards that you're thinking they could do with being a bit fuller than this, that's what we're there for.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, I think you guys at the Food Hub are fantastic.
Thank you.
You know, I'm going to say this on the podcast. If you are involved with the Food Hub, or even if you use the Food Hub and tell your friends about it, well done, because you're doing a really good service, and you're telling people about something that's fantastic. You're helping something that's fantastic, and you're helping the environment in the meantime. So, thank you for talking to me today.
You're very welcome.
Do you know the social media and things where people can get involved with I guess you could just put in Shrewsbury Food Hub into Google, guys. You can do the math on that one.
They've got their own website where you can find out about stuff. They've got their own Facebook page, and that not only tells you about the Food Hub, but tells you about the food shares that we provide food to.
Yes.
And that's where you can turn up on the appropriate day at the appropriate time and fill a bag full of food that would otherwise be wasted.
Amazing. Well, I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Beautiful day for it.
It is.
Thank you for chatting to me.
Cheers.
Bye. Hello, my name's Alex, and I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. And today what I'm doing is I'm wandering around trying to get a reaction from people.
Yep.
I'm speaking to some of the vendors as well, some of the chefs and stuff. Would you mind introducing yourself to my listeners?
I'm John.
John?
And this is our first time to attend this show.
Yeah.
And we quite enjoy this because lots of food choices. We like live band. And also lots of places for the kids to play.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Are you guys local? Do you live local?
Yeah, we live in Telford.
Oh, you live in Telford? Okay, so day out with a family.
Yep.
I'm here today with my wife and my little one. They've disappeared. I don't know where they've gone. And, you know, he's been up and down the assault course. He's done all the sports things. And we've sat and ate food on the grass and watched the music. It's just stunning, isn't it? This event?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Fantastic. Yeah, very good experience for us.
Have you been sampling any of the food today? Have you had any?
Yeah. We had pizza.
Yeah.
We had curry, rice. We had some coffees and
Nice.
paninis.
That's
etc.
nice.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything for everything. I mean, I was walking down that hill there with all the food trucks, and I was kind of like, what am I going to have for food? It's there's just too much to choose from.
Yeah,
isn't
loads.
there? Yeah.
Loads of.
What I was going to ask you was, obviously with the last 18 months, things have been difficult, getting out and about and mingling with people. Seeing so many people here today, how are you feeling about that?
Actually, so you mean after the
pandemic? Yeah.
Yeah. So freedom is valuable. Priceless.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is just brilliant, isn't it? I mean,
So that's why we enjoy so much.
Yeah.
Especially like this kind of festival, we enjoy so much.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you for chatting to me today.
Yeah.
I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Yeah. You too.
Thank you.
You too.
Hello, how's it going? My name is Alex, and I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself to my listeners, who you guys are?
Yeah, I'm Judy Bourne from Monk's Estate and Letting Agents.
Yes, and you guys are here in a big bad way this weekend, because you guys got the best seat in the house, right?
Absolutely. Curtis, I noticed that you'd like that on Facebook.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Definitely.
It was,
amazing marketing that is, isn't it? Yeah.
Whose idea? Who gets the credit for that joke? Because
that's our marketing company. Yeah, they're based down in Salisbury, so they can't take any local credit. But yeah, no, they're amazing. Yeah.
For the listeners at home that don't know what we're talking about, so Monks, you deal with real estate.
Yep.
And you sponsored the toilets, and instead of toilets, you put toilets.
Toilets. Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Fantastic.
taking a pun on the properties that we have, toilets.
Fantastic. I think I first met Monks, I believe. But did you guys come to the flower show a couple of years ago? I can't remember. Yes. And I come and said hello. I was like, hello, I've just started this podcast thing. Hello. And now here we are. We're still doing this, and the world still keeps turning, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a difficult one for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just so amazing to see everyone back out here today having such a fantastic time.
Yeah, absolutely. How did the pandemic and things affect you guys and the guys in real estate? How did that? I've never really asked that before.
No, we didn't think we were going to have a market at all when we went into lockdown 1, and as everyone probably knows at home, we've had the most amazing property market. It has just rocketed we've had so much good press from the southern side. Everyone's wanting to move into the Shires because we've had
I remember hearing this.
Such good publicity.
COVID haven.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've had an amazing time. We've really enjoyed the last 18 months since we came and bounced back. So yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. So we're here today to try and give a little bit back. We're kind of working really here today for charity, so we're just raising money to help rebuild the Ark for the Shrewsbury Ark.
Ah, yes, really great cause. Causing a bit of a stir for the wrong reasons. I've seen a lot on social media, but there's a real positive vibe I'm feeling from the Shrewsbury Ark and their move to a nice big building. I did an interview a few years ago in their office upstairs in the whole old Ark, and it is one of the most awkward interviews ever because I had this big mixer that was on the floor, and I had a headphones that would only reach so far, so I had to sit on this chair like this, my head tilted, and and then this mic was stretched over. It was just the most awkward because it didn't have no space, did they?
None at all. No. And to be fair, if you drive through the stick they're taking at the moment, because if you drive through Castle Foregate where they're currently based, you can see that they're all sitting outside, they're on the streets, and that's why the public's in so much uproar. But to be fair to the Ark, because of the COVID restrictions, they're only allowed one person in the space they've got because they're so confined.
I drove past there the other day, and it was actually after the day I'd seen all this stuff going in the comments, and I drove past, and you couldn't tell the difference between the queue for the bar and the Ark, and you couldn't tell. They were kind of mingling, and it was. Look, guys, I mean, this is what's going to happen. I mean, people are allowed to sit outside. You can't judge people on what they look like and who they are and where their backgrounds come from. If you look at some of my background, you'd be like, this guy living on a microphone, it makes no sense at all. You know what I mean? People are people, and that's it.
They are.
And I've just been chatting to Amy from Madame Lama's Flowers, and she was like, I'm sitting across from monks and they got Prosecco. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah, we are. And all the money that's raised from the Prosecco is going towards the Shrewsbury Art to help them rebuild their new home. Because everyone deserves a home.
Yes, they do. They do. Especially through these troubling times.
Yes.
I'd love to come and see you guys properly and bring some mics, and we'll do a proper feature podcast. We'll sit for a good hour and find out where it all began for you.
Yeah, sure. Be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're more than welcome.
Have a great day.
Have a good day too. Okay.
Lajina, Leal. Hello. It's nice to meet you in person.
It's nice to meet you too.
Oh, nice to see you. How have you been? Been all right?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm hot. It's very warm today, isn't it? It's nice though. It's nice to be out and about and seeing people. And
I was really nervous about today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, you knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
18 months have been over and I was like, shall I just not, can I find an excuse? But no, yeah.
This is your calling though, isn't it? You know, being in front of an audience, teaching people how to cook, this is what you do. But obviously you've been doing it virtually for a while, haven't you? know?
Yeah. Do you know what? Cooking is so much more than just cooking.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's just that community, the love, the family, the peace that it brings, and that's, you cannot put a price on it. You cannot underestimate.
Yeah. And you know, people knock Ainsley Harriott and all these kind of things, but you know, you look at someone like Ainsley Harriott, he's got like that cheeky little bit of, you know, attitude while he's cooking, and you're thinking, but did he move you though? Did he make you laugh? Did he teach you how to cook? And did you have fun doing it? You know, that's the most important thing, and that's what you bring. I just watched you, and that was real insight for me, seeing you doing what you were almost born to do.
It's using really cheap everyday ingredients, because that's what we had access to as our families came over, and it's following that journey, especially at the moment, because you kind of think about the families that are having to come over to UK and settle, and all the things they're going to miss about home, and that's kind of what happens is you just go local, just use what you've got around and make it familiar.
It's a very important skill, isn't it? It really is. My wife is amazing at that, especially while we've been on the keto, because we were buying these like keto wraps. They're made out of some vegetable, I don't know, sweet potato, I think. And she'll be like, "Are you hungry?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's nothing in there." We go shopping, and she'll come back with a pizza that she's made out of flat, like of a wrap. And I'm just like, "You're amazing! I love you. This is why I married you." You know, because she's got a skill, just being able to make something out of nothing, and it is important, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't, it's not healthy to keep eating, out every night of the week. It's not affordable. It's a good time to start re-evaluating what we've been doing with COVID and just seeing how families can change, just everything.
Yeah, and I think you teach people a very important lesson, because sometimes it's nice to open the cupboards and go, there's a meal there, I can use this for this and this, and that's what you're all about, isn't it? If there's not a jar of pataks or something in the corner of the cupboard somewhere, you can use spices that you can buy from you, or you can learn from you and make something special.
Absolutely, it's that teasing, it's learning to let the spices dance for you. Once you've learned that trick,
like that,
it will be in every part of your cooking, so your pastas, your Mexican fajitas, just everything really. It's a real art learning how to treat your spices when they're cooking, making sure they don't burn because they become bitter, making sure they're cooked enough to release their oils, because that's when you get the maximum flavour and the benefits of spices. You know, they're so good for you.
Yeah, and after you know, sort of, we're doing this via Zoom or via Facebook and things like that. Doing it in person, is this the first time in person since the pandemic?
Yeah, it's the first time. And then I was bowled over by the actual curries, you know, seeing them being bright and beautifully coloured and just looking like a curry should be. And I've guided them through it. It's quite an honour. It's quite a privilege to do what I do, you know?
Yeah. And you had an audience as well. There's so many people watching, and I think they were drawn in by the smell. You smell that beautiful food cooking, and they're like, "Oh, what's that over there?" And they see you doing your thing, and I think you did a brilliant job. Honestly, I was so proud to see you doing that. It was really nice.
We keep it really simple. So you've got all these chefs coming in. Guy before us did pigeon, and you know how accessible. If you gave it to your child, will they eat pigeon? Will they want to engage?
I don't know if I'd eat pigeon, to be honest.
And we've got these families that are cooking twice, so they give their kids their nuggets or whatever, go to bed, and then they eat their meals. What's that all about? You should be sat together. Oh,
Hello?
I'm so political.
No,
I'm so political.
I think you're right because we're guilty. Lajina, thank you so much for speaking to me. We've had a few technical issues in my ear. All I can hear is well done for today. Seriously.
Thank you. If you ever want to host a cook-along, just give me a shout. Just
Yeah?
you know, whatever.
That'd be amazing. I'd love to do that.
Okay.
Fantastic. Right.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Long time no see.
We're at Tech Timeout. I get to see you in person.
I know. I've got legs and everything.
I know, yeah. How are you? You good?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
It's nice to see you here. What have you guys been doing today?
So we've been talking to people about Tech Timeout. So as you know, we're trying to enable everyone to have a healthier relationship with technology. So we've been talking to lots of people who have got some food in their hand, talking to them about how much technology they have, and we're asking them, is their screen time higher or lower than the time that it takes to make some of these delicious recipes.
Okay.
So we've got rhubarb trifle, we've got some veggie tacos, we've got this, all sorts of stuff. And then we're obviously raising awareness for the Tech Time Out 10 challenge at the same time as well.
Fantastic. Brilliant. I've been actually looking into a lot about this because I watched that, was it a documentary or was it a movie? I can't remember. I think it was a documentary on Netflix about social media.
Absolutely,
It was the one that scared everybody. It was like, oh my God, I had no idea. Absolutely.
This is awful, yeah.
And so I went into and found my settings so that it gives me like 4 or 5 hours a day to look at social media, and you can change your apps and stuff.
Yeah.
But what I found is a lot of my job is on Facebook. And it's crazy how much time you spend working on social media, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of had to turn it off, but at first I was kind of like,
yeah,
I need to look at this.
I think if you're doing it through work, I think the difficulty is, because I do a lot I run a digital agency at the same time, so it's difficult because a lot of my work is online as well. But having that balance is really important. So do you need to check everything every time a notification comes through?
Yeah.
Do you? No, probably not. Probably going to be can wait half an hour.
Maybe. My issue is when I'm editing, right? When I'm editing, and there's audio going, and I'm listening to it. I'm kind of like, what's going on Facebook?
Yeah.
And I'll do that every like 20 minutes. It's stupid. I feel so stupid.
You need a Tech Time Out bag, because then you put your phone in the bag, do your editing, and I bet your editing would take you 30% less time.
Oh wow! Yeah.
There you go. You can take one.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
Oh. So have you been selling a lot of these then after you've been explaining them to people what they are and what they do?
Yeah, so you put your phone in the bag every day for 10 days, and then at the end of the 10 days you try and tick off as many as you can of these challenges. So yeah, we've had a range of people getting involved today with the challenge. Lots of businesses getting involved and giving them out to their employees and that sort of thing as a bit of a team building exercise. So it's been pretty successful.
I'll tell you what we'll do. I was going to say I can do take some pictures of me doing it, but I can't.
Yeah, you can.
My phone's inside the thing.
The idea, you do the challenge, you do the activity, you can always snap a little photo of it after you've got the bag.
I'll do this, and what we'll do is because we did that interview before on Zoom and what have you, it was never good, was it, virtually? We'll have to bring some mics and stuff and come see you and do a proper podcast and
that sounds good.
Find out more. Are you sure I can have this?
Yeah. We'll give you a full pack. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
But you've got to do it. You've got to put the. I want to see.
I will.
Put that in there.
I'll make a promise of it. I will. No, I will.
You're going to do it.
No, because I'm conscious about it, especially with my kid. My kid's 6,
Yeah.
And, you look at the amount of time he's on YouTube and stuff, and it's kind of really frightening.
Yeah.
So
we're really, the people that go through the challenge, often they say that they're sleeping much better, or that they're sleeping for longer, or they've just got better quality sleep.
Yeah.
Even the fact of just putting your phone in the bag before you go to bed, and it's just, don't look at it the very, very first thing that you do when you wake up. Just that 10 minutes just before you wake up, just go and have a cup of tea and then check your phone.
Completely change your routine.
Just change your routine, these little tiny changes, and they make such a big impact to your health and well-being. Just your ability to concentrate, your ability to sleep, your ability to communicate, your productivity. There's so many times that we spend being distracted, and it just makes everything take twice as long as it could do if you just
I feel you.
Focus.
I do feel you, because it does happen to me. It really does happen to me.
Yeah.
So I will give this a go, and I'll do a thing on social media about it.
Sounds great.
Maybe we can start it from Monday.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll keep to my promise as well.
I look forward to it.
Nice to chat to you.
I'd love to see you again.
Tell people where they can find out about Tech Time and where they can find you on social media.
So you can find us at Tech Time Out, and you can find us at www.techtimeout.co.uk as well.
Cool. Thanks for chatting to me.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers. So We met briefly yesterday morning. I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, and this is the BarBus.
Yes.
Right. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Well, my name's Stu Woodings. We're actually one of the main sponsors that do here.
You got the stage.
We are, Woodings and Co. So that's, we're jewellers by trade, but then this was one of those kind of expensive mistakes back in COVID.
Yeah, this is never a mistake. It's amazing. I love it.
My wife would tell you different at the time. So I, on a whim, on a drunken night, I just saw this and thought, this is something that I really don't need, but I do. And that was it, really.
Did you convert it like this, or was it come with
this? So basically, this was built for Monster energy drinks back in 2014. So the guys that built it, Explorer, they were contacted by Monster, and they basically said that we want a promotional vehicle that we can take around, promote the drink.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
We want it to be pretty unique, and that's pretty
very unique.
It's super unique. So completely self-sufficient, holds 4,000 drinks. Then you've got the entertainment system in the back. It was sponsored by Alpine, so they threw in a £50,000 worth of entertainment system. So the criteria was, we just want it to be stealth. We want it to hold X amount of drinks. We want it to have an entertainment system. We want to be able to plug like a PA system if we want. Literally everything you can imagine.
So you can go anywhere, festivals,
anywhere.
events.
It's self-sufficient. So you're talking, we could literally run off our own kind of power for the whole day if we wanted to, or we could just plug it in. It's a phenomenal bit of kit.
How new is this then? Is this your first run with it?
This is our first run. This is our first weekend. So yeah,
wow.
I bought it actually about a year ago, but it's just been parked up doing it because of COVID. And that was it. And then we had a few teething problems with it. So literally, we only got it working properly 3 days ago. So it was like really touch and go. I thought, oh my lord, my wife is literally going to kill me. But no, it's worked an absolute treat. People love it. It's different. It's one of one. That's the cool thing about it. But it cost £128,000 to build. Obviously, I didn't pay that. They did. And yeah, it does. I mean, when you look at the details, it's just insane.
I walked around the side. Oh my god, the fridge is like built in the side.
Yeah, both sides as well.
It's fantastic. So for the listeners at home, it's a jet black VW, right?
Yep. VW Transporter. Yeah, long wheelbase. It started life as just a plain van, nothing at all, just an empty box.
Yeah.
And it took a team of, I think it was about 14 or 16 guys, 14 months. So they brought all the specialists, Webasto, which kind of specialise in refrigeration systems. Everyone that's looked at the vehicle have said they've never seen something as unique as this. Even underneath, shell came off, the chassis was rebuilt, because normally these vans will carry a maximum of about 2 tonne. This will carry 3.6 tonne.
Oh wow.
So it's nearly double. They've
That's your fridge is under stock.
Correct. Well, the thing is, if you look at it as well, I mean, it's fully stocked. Suspension's hardly moved, so it's designed to serve a purpose, and that's to have fun, I suppose.
Boys in their toys, but this has a purpose. It's an investment, right? So
yeah, definitely. This is I just wanted it just as a boy's toy, but to justify, I had to turn it into a business. So
can people hire this out then for weddings?
That's pretty much what we're going to be doing. Yeah. So it's at first I thought, well, we're just going to do shows, but we've had 5 people come up and ask for birthdays, weddings, things like that. So
it's pretty cool, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah, it is. It's something different, isn't it? I think the great thing about this is when you hire a bar, then or a wedding, should I say, you've got to hire a bar, you've got to pay for the drinks, you've got to hire a DJ, you've got everything. As you can hear the sound system, if you stand under there, which you can in a second, that's only on 10, it goes up to 100. It's insanely loud. So literally you could have a live band plugged into this thing and it's a one-stop shop.
Or a podcast.
There we go. Podcast from where are we? In the middle of the Brecon Beacons. Anyway,
hello guys, I'm Michael Shrewsbury Biscuit. Hello Mr. Goose, I can see you in the bush over there.
So yeah, it is. It's a one-stop shop of wherever you want to take it and just kind of do what you need to do. So
fantastic. How can people hire this then if they want to get into it?
So basically, because everything's kind of so new, it's called the BarBus. So you can find us on Instagram. We're going to obviously be hitting that a bit more. Facebook. We, as I said before, that's us. We've sponsored our jewelry shops, County Goldsmiths and Woodings and Co in town. So if someone wants to pop in and see us, give us a chat.
I keep saying this. I've said this loads this weekend. That's been the best thing about this weekend. Made so many new friends. But I would definitely love to bring some microphones to the jewellers, speak to you guys about the business.
By all means, that'd be brilliant. Thanks very much. It's all good. So, but yeah, anyone wants to get in touch, it's no pressure. Give us a call, pop in, have a chat, and we'll go through it with everyone. So they can have a wander around, have a drink, whatever they want to do. It's all good.
You've been great to speak to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you. Stop. I pressed stop by accident. How's it going? So this is Vinny, guys. You may remember, if you cast your minds or memories back to the flower show, we spoke to you at then, didn't we? That was a lot.
Yeah, 2019.
2019, the last one we could go to.
Yes, it was the last thing we could do.
And we stood inside the wooden caravan.
Yes.
Have you got rid of that? Is it gone now?
We sold that one on the back of that show.
Yeah.
And then we haven't made another one of them, but we've been making other shepherd's huts. Yeah. And then we've been doing a lot more of our metal work recently because we got itchy feet during lockdown, and we went, you know what? Let's get a plasma machine and make some metal stuff.
How amazing! Yeah, I see this now. How did that go from the beginning? Was that a lot of trial and error, or was that something you knew anyway?
It was a lot of trial and error. It's basically remembering that you can't look at it while it's going.
Yeah. Big shiny sparkly bit, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Very hot.
But it is a lot of fun, and between that and the wood stuff, we're merging it more now. So we're going to be doing coffee tables with like decorative legs, but like with a carved wooden map.
You do see those novelty coffee tables with brilliant metal or glass works and stuff. So very nice. Yeah,
that kind of thing.
So what is next for you then? You obviously you mastered wood because you've been doing that for a long time. What's the company's name again? I'm sorry.
The metal is Powys Plasma.
Powys Plasma.
And the wood is Huts and Stuff.
Huts and Stuff. There we go.
Yeah.
So if you guys have seen Huts and Stuff, because you do a lot of these festivals, right?
We've done a couple, yeah.
You'll notice you remember the exquisite woodwork that you guys do, but the metalwork is just as good. It's brilliant. The stencil work, it's fantastic. I'm looking at a Spitfire now that looks absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much.
How long does it take to make something like that then?
The program takes a while. Like getting it right on the sheet and everything takes quite a while. But once you hit go, that one there is about 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
The machine is actually doing it for.
So is it one of those high pressure water things?
It's a similar idea. It's the same sort of thing, but it's like a really high voltage spark, and it just blasts a hole through the metal as it's going around.
Okay, and you program it similar to a 3D printer or something. You put in the design and then it goes around. Fantastic.
So it'll do anything in a 2D thing. So we've had a couple of requests for elephants today.
Yeah.
We've done a giraffe before. A lot of the dragons, and then the Spitfires.
We'll have to get you to do a biscuit.
Yeah, good.
A Shrewsbury biscuit.
Yeah.
Where can people find you if they wanted to order something for you? Have you got Etsy?
Etsy is the best.
Yeah.
For the Powys Plasma stuff. Yes. And there's also hutsandstuff.co.uk.
Fantastic.
And that's us, really.
It's nice to see you, man. It really is genuinely nice. And
it's nice to see people in general, to be honest, after the last.
Yeah. Has it been daunting for you? Because you've been right on the runway of people coming down here. Has it been nice? Or?
Yeah, it's been nice. Yeah, you just sort of watch them go round. So there's there must be free food in there because people just crowd.
There's a guy selling cheese. Apparently, it's super cheese. Apparently, I don't know. There's a guy. Apparently, where the yellow label is there. There's and we might have to go speak to him because his queue has been out the door.
Yes.
Literally, there isn't even a door. It's been out the door.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It just sort of spreads out.
Yeah.
And the brownie one gets completely surrounded as well. Because they're brownies.
Yeah, of course. There's 5 or 6 different brownie makers and fudge makers here, but the brownies and fudge, it's amazing. Well, it's
That's been good.
Nice chatting to you, man. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Right,
cheers.
Hello, how's it going? My name is Alex, and I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. And we've been speaking to a lot of people from the festival today, just trying to sample the atmosphere. And obviously, I'm trying to get around as many people as possible. And my son's just had to go on this golf thing here. We've been all day. He's been dying to go on it. Yeah. Would you like to introduce yourselves and what you guys do?
Yeah, my name is Pat Tolster. I'm a member of a local golf club.
Yes.
And the setup here is from the England Golf. The section of England Golf is the Shropshire and the Herefordshire Golf Clubs, Society of Golf Clubs. And we are trying to encourage people to have a go at golf.
Yes.
To try and get them involved and to follow on to join a golf club, take lessons and become golfing members.
Enjoy golf, because it's not one of those sports you can just do, is it? Do you know what I mean? You can go and play football.
You need some basic background training.
Yes.
And these young lads here have all gone through the training.
Yeah.
And now they represent the county.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
In various competitions throughout the country.
Wow.
In the Midlands and then countrywide.
How young do they start from them training?
Well, I think the youngest members that we've come across are about 5 or 6.
Really? That young?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
How far can a 5 or 6 year old hit a ball?
Depends what club they're using. Depends who it is. Normally 40 or 50 yards.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's very good.
Yeah,
though.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's technique and skill.
Yes.
And I think the most important thing is strength.
Yes.
And
they've got to want to do it as well. I mean, I've been trying to. We spent a year trying to take my kid to football lessons, right? And he just wasn't having none of it.
No.
Having none of it, so we had to take him out. He's doing other things now. He's doing taekwondo and swimming and stuff. But when it comes to trying to get a kid to do something they don't want to do.
But that's it. With golf, they've got to want to do it.
Yes.
If they don't want to do it, then they just haven't got the.
Passion. The passion.
They just don't want to do it, basically.
Yeah. How long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing it for about 15, 20 years altogether.
Really?
Yeah, I started late, and consequently I'm not all that good. These young guys started as 6, work up through the ranks. By the time they're 12, 13, they can start representing the county.
Yes.
I never had any other opportunity.
So, but I mean, I've heard a lot about, when it comes to coaching, it's about making people better. So I mean, must be your skill set. You take these young guys.
It's not making people better. It's giving people confidence.
Yes.
To take the stroke to hit the ball. Yeah. Basically, you can't make anybody better, but you can certainly give them the confidence to hit the ball correctly.
Yeah.
And if you hit the ball correctly, consistently, you're a good golfer.
Yeah.
The problem with the people of our level in golfing is we haven't got the consistency.
Yes, of course.
So we can say a 7-iron will go 150 yards. Next time it goes 95 yards.
Yes.
So there's no consistency.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
You've got to have the training for consistency of hitting the golf ball.
Yeah. And the competitions. Do you guys take these kids out for competitions?
Yes. Yeah. The parents get very heavily involved in it. A lot of the parents are already golfers anyway.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But we've got a few at our club that. The parents don't play golf themselves, but they take the children all over the county, all over the country in some cases.
Wow.
There's some of the guys playing over in Nottingham today. They were playing in Derby last week.
Wow.
All over the country.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. And if there's a parent listening that's got a budding young golfer that you want to get in touch with these guys, how would they get in touch with you?
Well, the best thing is we've got these cards. Which we give all the children one of these cards. We start on the bottom, Shropshire Golf, and it's got a list of all the local golf clubs that do training.
Ah, fantastic.
So we tell the parents, contact your local club, or contact a club that's more local than others to you, and talk to them about further training for the children.
Fantastic.
We're not training here, we're just getting them a taster.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So you got Shrewsbury Golf Club, Hawkstone Park Golf Club, Arscott Golf Club and Church Street Golf Club that are local. Get in touch with them and they help you guys.
They'll tell you what they can do.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much for chatting to me. Yeah, I know it's a bit unorthodox and a bit odd when I'm like, hey, come and speak to me, but I appreciate that you did. Thank you very much. Cheers. Okay. Hello, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. You may have seen me pottering around over the weekend, chatting to a few people. Would you like to introduce yourself and the charity?
Absolutely. I'm Steph. I'm a fundraiser at Self Help Africa. So we're an international development charity. We have an office in Shrewsbury, and we work across 8 countries in sub-Saharan Africa. We work with smallholder farmers, so families living in rural areas, and we help them to grow enough food to feed their families all year round and to earn an income as well. So it's all about self-sufficiency and long-term development rather than giving kind of emergency handouts and aid. So we've had a relationship with Shrewsbury Food Festival since they started, and Christophe as well, who creates the cookery school here, is an ambassador of ours. He came out to see some of our projects in Uganda in 2019. So he's done a lot of fundraising for us as well. So it's great to be working with them this weekend.
Amazing. And you talk about sustainability when it comes to farming. Yesterday I spoke to the guys at Harper Adams at the top there,
yeah.
and they're talking about implementing technology and farming together. I mean, obviously that's difficult in a third world country over in Africa, but like it's exciting to see, right? There are ideas out there that people can use.
Definitely, and we can implement some of that. So we have a lot of what we call climate smart agricultural techniques. So we will train the farmers we work with. So we might have more drought tolerant crop varieties, for example, or access to irrigation, certain planting methods that help them to grow food despite challenging
things to avoid as well.
Yeah.
Amazing. So how long has this been going in Shrewsbury? Is it just based in Shrewsbury, or have you got other places around?
Yeah, so we have supporters across the UK and Ireland, actually. We do have an office in Dublin and Ireland. We started life, some people may know us as a charity called Harvest Help, who set up an office in Wellington about 30 years ago, and they merged with an Irish charity in 2008, and we became Self-Help Africa then. So yeah, we have supporters from all over, but in terms of fundraising events, we do a lot of things locally. We're known for a lot of dining events and foodie events, so we do something called Shrewsbury Secret Supper with a lot of the restaurants in town, and we've recently done a Shrewsbury Trail and things like that as well.
Nice, and it's really refreshing. It shouldn't be though. It shouldn't be, but it really is refreshing to hear that you're a charity that teaches people the skills they need to be sustainable, rather than go, here's food, make it yourself. In a nice way. But here's the skills that you can do.
It's like the mantra, where, give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day, but teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. That's kind of sums up what we do, really. Yeah, giving them skills.
The response this weekend, has it been nice to see so many people here this weekend?
So nice, really nice to be back at public facing events. All of our cookery classes have been sold out, which has been amazing. We can't wait to be back here next year, and we're really grateful for the support of the organisers and Chris and his team as well.
You guys are fantastic. I'm gutted I kind of waited so long to speak to you, but I'm glad I did. Maybe we can sort something out and get you on the biscuit properly. That'd be really great.
Amazing. Yeah.
Thanks for speaking to me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How can people help out, by the way?
Like I said, we have lots of fundraising events locally. So if you look on our website, selfhelpafrica.org, they'll always be advertised on there. Also, we're always looking for volunteers and things to help at events like this, or if you're interested in doing any challenges for us and things. So come and get in contact with us in the Shrewsbury office. Look on the website, all the contact details will be on there. And I'm Steph, so you can ask to speak to me, and I'll be happy to,
help you out. Cool. Thank you very much for chatting to me. Thank you. Cheers. And there we are. We're going to end it right there. That's all of our coverage of the Shrewsbury Food Festival. Thank you so much for listening. If you listened all the way through, we got so many amazing interviews. If you featured on this episode, thank you so much for speaking to us. Say to me, I was with my wife, Kaz, who's my amazing photographer. Thank you so much for being an amazing photographer, and you know what, she's so supportive. She really is. And I was with Mini Biscuit Timmy. So if you spoke to me at the weekend, I really do appreciate it. And listeners, thank you so much again for tuning into this episode. If you're coming back to the Biscuit every week, I really do appreciate it. We do have a Shrewsbury Biscuit message board on Facebook. It's like a group that is I left there for like small businesses and things, or charities or events, or messages from people that so if you listen to this and you want to start a conversation with us, or you want to start share any business links or anything like that, just go to the Shrewsbury Biscuit business message board. I definitely I encourage that. But if you do want to get in touch with us, you can go to our website, which is the Shrewsbury the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.co.uk. You can play all of our audio from the website. It needs a bit of updating. You can find out everything you need to know about the hosts. I want to play around a bit over the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it looks fantastic. There's lots of information there, and it's made by our friends at Web Orchard. If you need a website, these guys are the experts for you. They make amazing websites, and the team are just fantastic at what they do. Pete's a good friend of mine, and if you need a website, go to Web Orchard and they will look after you. Absolutely. Whether it's an Etsy or whether it's a new business, an old business that needs freshening up, they will help you out. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you tune in next time. This has been the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Peace out.